Hi, I'm Jen Turrell, and you're about to watch a Mastering Money Matters weekly blab with the women from my Mastering Money Matters group. This is a small group for women who are freelancers, entrepreneurs, and small business owners where we discuss the specifics of the finances that apply to you. We talk about launch cycles, irregular income, quarterly estimated taxes, and other things that are a little different from your general W-2 employment situation. So if this applies to you, come on in and join the conversation.
Let's hear about the retreat. I'm so excited about this retreat. It sounds amazing.
Go ahead, Andrea, because it's at your place, so tell them.
Yeah, well, we're doing a retreat. It's going to be June 23rd through 26th. We're in the Hudson Valley of New York, which is a beautiful, beautiful location. During the day, we're going to be here at my farm, and Shelly is going to run mixed media art sessions, and I am going to be running soul connection sessions with horses and animals, farm animals, so that people can sort of get in touch with their inner self. And part of it is that they can get clear because we're here in the country, so they can clear their mind and sort of create a vision for themselves, their best life. It's going to be all about image and visioning and creating for themselves. And it's going to be group, very small, 6 people it's open to. And then the people that are going to be in attendance are going to be staying at a beautiful mansion, very historic mansion that's about 5 miles from my farm. And we're also going to have delicious farm-to-table food since we are in the country. And in addition, there are going to be photos, both formal. Shelly's going to do photo shoots at the mansion, and informal photos here at the farm that people can have with themselves and the animals. And they can use these photos for anything. They can use them for their own branding, for their website, for marketing, or just personal use. So, and we're also going to have a wine and spirits tasting. It's very jam-packed, but also we're going to leave plenty of time for just relaxing and, recharge, refresh, so that they can take this and carry forward in their life and business far after the retreat. And hopefully people are going to make real connections with the people that are there. And also, as I said, it's a lot about self-discovery through image, art, and nature, really what it is. Yeah.
Nice. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think she said it perfect.
Well, Shelly,
we're finally getting the hang of it now, what we're saying.
Woohoo! Nice. That's good. Do you want to talk some about the art part that you're running, Shelly?
Sure. That's how I kind of tap into my own head of, how I listen to myself to really get in touch with what I want. And I just intuitively kind of use mixed media, and I either make sketchbooks or use different materials, but similar to how you do vision board, work. I use scraps from magazines, but then I'll add marker and other collage and paint and different layered materials on top of them. So it's really a process about being in that space, being in that quiet for you to kind of listen to what's inside bubble up, and self-awareness of what that is. And I think the mix of that with the nature is just so perfect, because it is really that pulling away from a lot of the noise that we're always subjected to really to listen to yourself. You could hear that without being stuck in what everybody else is trying to tell you.
That sounds nice. Susan, do you know about the retreat that they're running?
I do. Shelley had posted about it in my group. It sounds fabulous.
Thank you.
And you just were evocative of, I grew up in South Africa, and we would go into the bush, and I still have feedback, never mind. Would go into the bush, where there's nothing, there's no lights, and it's the same, that's what you evoke, that sense of you're just out in the wild and with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think being out in nature, it's really inspiring and gives you a lot of creative ideas. So if somebody is working on something in their business, nature is what we draw our inspiration from, really. And so it's self-discovery through nature and art and the animals. See? The animals are speaking too.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
She piped up.
The animals are giving their approval and confirmation that they are more than just animals. They reflect, they reflect back to us what we're thinking, feeling, and, it's a connection with another living being that is not judging you in the way people can sometimes judge. So, yeah.
Andrea, for people who don't know about your farm, do you want to talk some about the animals and what the farm is?
Yeah, well, it's mostly a horse farm, but I also have other animals here: sheep, cows, goats, rabbits, pigs, potbelly pigs, and donkeys. And a lot of them are rescue animals. I'm plant-based, which I'm not pushing here today. And there will be at the retreat more than just vegan food, but there are going to be options for people that eat vegan food and gluten-free and all of that. So it's going to be healthy yet delicious gourmet food. But the animals, this is a home that, the farm is a place that, for me, to promote compassion for all living beings. And, as I said, it's a wonderful place for people to just get away, and it's really to find their own happiness. And I think that people really, really connect with the animals. I know they use the animals a lot in therapy for people, post-traumatic stress disorder. There's a lot of programs for disadvantaged youth and battered women. The animals are very healing. And
I was surprised even that so we're both in Dutchess County, but I'm in the southern Dutchess and she's up. So I'm still suburbs and country, but I didn't grow up around, we have farms and stuff here too, but I didn't grow up around animals like her farm. And it's so, we're only 45 minutes to an hour apart from each other, but so, I went up to visit her. It's just so relaxing. And to see animals like that up close in person, and to kind of just not be scared of them, and to feel that they do have a really kind of loving energy back for you. It was really impressive.
Yeah, Shelly, we're about 90 miles north of New York City. So we're about 90 miles north of where you are in the city.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's not too far from the city, but
it's easy to get to though, too. It's not.
Yeah, you can take the train from New York City. It goes right up here. And it's very different from the city. So if anybody wants to come to the retreat and also combine it with a trip to New York City, which is also an amazing place to visit. But this is very different. It's country, it is relaxing, and it gives you the space to sort of get clear and think and really find your purpose. So as I said, if it's anybody who's in business or an entrepreneur, it will give you some clarity and that will carry over after the retreat. And if they're not in business and just want to do it for fun, it's going to be an excellent experience for that as well.
You know, to tie in a little bit of like you're in Susan's group too, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
So like
we're all in Susan's group.
Okay, awesome.
Heart and hustle, right?
The hustle part of it, and I think that's something that is, and we're all in it, you know, to some extent. But I don't personally believe in that you could be like 100% in the hustle all the time. That you need this sort of cycle of a retreat or cycle or a process that you can personally connect to that allows you the space to think of what you are about and what you stand for, and so that you can then push forward and go all out in your business and get your message out there. But then that has to cycle, you know, back and forth. It's not like a foot on the gas, you know, all the time.
Come here.
That if you take that approach where you're just kind of all in all the time, that you're going to burn out. So, and then even if you're trying to come up with new content or come up with, new ideas of what are you going to, to continue to do next, that getting away from all of that is really a good place to do that.
I agree with that. I think we all do have to step back sometimes. And
I
also
actually think it's essential.
Yeah. You know, Andrea, I was just thinking, I met you last year in person in New Hampshire when I flew out and went to a retreat there. And I think there is something really neat about meeting people in person, because you guys are out in the country, but still near New York. Right? Oh yeah, and here's mine.
That's great that we both wore these. Yeah, we were at this retreat, and Kate Cole, I don't know if any of you know her, she's from Australia. She graciously gave us these Australian
she's lovely.
boulder opals, and these have energy in themselves. So it's great that we both wore them.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, but it was so neat. I mean, you guys live near enough New York that you can go in the city. You could go meet Susan if you wanted, but for I don't have a whole lot of people that I could connect with without traveling to them somewhere. You know, I'm not in LA or New York, so people aren't coming to me very often. So for me, going out and meeting some of you guys in person was a real great experience.
It formed, I mean, don't you think that you formed an extra special bond with the people that you got to meet that you only knew online? So,
and the funny thing was so many of us, because besides seeing you guys at the retreat, I also drove and saw Helen Stringfellow and Dana House and Genevieve Cadell. We all met for lunch one of the days. And it honestly was kind of like seeing college friends again, who I hadn't seen in, a decade or something. We all knew so much about each other because we're in touch so often online, but seeing each other in person again, I was like, gosh, this is so special for me because I am so isolated out here. I think that's one of the amazing things about going to live events is actually connecting in person. It is a little different from just Skype and blabs. And
I think that's what I like too about the nature that there's really only going to be 6 women, and then Andrea and I, that you really are going to be able to really get to know somebody. It's not, you're not going to get lost in a crowd of a dozen or more people.
That's true. Like at big conferences where there's hundreds, you may not
it's going to be a really safe, comforting environment where I think people will be able to open up and not be sort of reserved and let their creativity out. But we are also planning on running some daytime, just one day events, so that we are close to New York City. So this is not going to be the only thing we're doing. So if anybody's interested, they can get in touch with us and we'll give you more information on all the things we're going to run. And Susan, you're going to come to something. We'll go see you.
Nice photos. It looks great with the horse. Who is the woman in the picture?
That's
May.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know which picture you were looking at.
The cover image is just a stock picture for right now. I'm trying to get up there to. She has a birthday coming up next week, and I want to do a photo shoot for her.
Nice.
Because I'm turning 54.
There you go.
Wow. Birthday.
No.
What date?
Yeah.
What day is
it?
Saturday, April 30th. Yeah.
April 30th. Oh, yeah. Mark that in my calendar.
Yeah. If any of you know Marsabille Morganson, it's her birthday as well. But I think
cool.
Yeah, on Saturday. But I think I have like 12 years on her. But it's just a number. Yeah. I know, because I'm here in the country and I keep fit and active, and I
tell you, when I
air.
went up there, I was like shuffling after her. She is all around, working her buns off on that farm.
Yeah. So
I remember you used to do those dance videos. I haven't seen one in ages, Andrea.
Which videos was I doing?
Video?
Oh, I didn't dance. I wasn't the dance person. I don't think so. No,
yeah.
I don't.
Just kind of like with animals, just.
Oh, with the animals? I don't recall that, but
awesome.
I'll do that.
I remember there was a room. I remember you.
Okay. I've done so many videos.
Maybe you posted it in CCC?
Okay, that could be the case. If it was anything like totally a little out there, I might have only posted it in a private group. Yeah. But the photo shoots that we are going to do, if people want to, they can go as far as they want. We are this mansion is gorgeous and lends itself either to like high fashion or like boudoir shoots. There's a gorgeous bathroom with a fireplace. The whole thing is like, as I said, if people want to use these for their website, it's kind of it would be a really beautiful location too. In addition to the farm.
Photography before I started CCC with design and the branding part of it, which I had done before. I've been in all the different creative niches, but I was trying to market mostly family photography because when I shifted to people like portraits and stuff, I was mostly following my nieces and nephews. But I had done kind of modeling shoots for a few friends, and I did actually get asked to do a boudoir shoot, and I loved it. Just because I think it was what I most aligned with. I mean, I don't have a family or children of my own. So the style and the fashion part of things. And then, when I was in CCC and I started seeing that, the importance of really great, portrait photos, as part of this online venture, I really did want to bring it back at some point. And, this summer, along with, the retreats, I think is really the perfect time. So when we decided to have the accommodations included, at this beautiful place, it was just perfect. So if you want to have, if you want it to be a photo shoot for your business, for branding, that's perfectly fine. But I think they would definitely lend itself to either a fashion shoot, or if you want to do the boudoir shoot, to really kind of celebrate yourself instead of, and some of that discovery that maybe you found, being in the nature or being through the mixed media work that you've done, to, as a kind of after part of that, to celebrate that about yourself.
Yeah, in addition to the mansion, the interior, there's also this gorgeous. It's called Ham House. It's about 5 miles from where I am. It's a historic, totally renovated with antiques and really,
I love
it's beautiful. Like there's some photos I think on the link we put, but if you want, I can get you more photos. There's like this gorgeous pool that's like one of these side pools. Yeah, it's.
The bathtub looks like the bathtub of my dreams.
The bathtub, the bathroom, I think there's 2 king suites and with a bathroom, and I'm pretty sure the bathroom is the size of my kitchen. Itself.
In Philadelphia, we had one of those old houses with the claw-footed tubs, where I could actually get my whole body all the way down to my neck in. You know, I love those really deep tubs. The problem was it was cast iron and it was right next to a window, and the window was warm. So in the winter, the tub was so cold that when you put hot water in, it didn't stay very hot. But I love the idea of being able to get every inch of my body underneath the water at the same time, which modern tubs you just can't do. You know,
this also has these gorgeous showers that are like the showers like the size of a room with all sorts of spray things and heated towel bars. It's really nice. Yeah. So we thought
it's really the way that they renovated it, I think is really beautiful because it keeps the historic, you know, and really restorative, like the stuff that's been there forever feel to it. But then there's really some modern, you know, decor and touches to it. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's got Wi-Fi and
for it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then during the day here at the farm, it's also like a beautiful location for just photo shoots with people, you know, just outside in nature. And then also with the animals, you know, the horses, somehow that equestrian theme, you know, really speaks to women. I know that it's, you know, they're majestic and graceful and powerful. And,
my style tends to be too, like, I like to capture women really in their own, you know, natural light, natural makeup mostly. So it's not like a super, you know, dolled up glamour shot, like, that makes sense. But,
it's their natural essence.
Just you and your natural spirit.
Yeah. But the light in the Hudson Valley is absolutely gorgeous and incredible because it inspired a whole school of painting, the Hudson Valley School of Painters, because the light here, it's just really incredible. So, yeah. So.
Wow. Well, you post the wonderful, like even in the mornings or the, you know, the sunset pictures you post all the time. They're gorgeous.
That's just gorgeous. It's just the way it is. I love taking the photographs of what I see, and there's so much beauty and, you know, naturally right around here. So, and the people that will attend will look gorgeous because I agree with you, Shelly. That's part of what I, you know, coach people is just to be natural and accept themselves and their bodies and where they're at now. So.
Well, if anyone wants to see more about the Ham House, their homepage site has tons of photos, and it looks really
I'm going to go look.
It just got a write-up in Town and Country.
It did, magazine. Yeah, that was a really good.
So.
Well, yeah, so if anyone wants to go to the retreat and stay at the historic Ham House, click on this www.studioshellyprokop.com/force of nature link over here in the comments, and you can find out how to attend.
If you want to find out more about joining Mastering Money Matters yourself, go to my website, jenturrell.com, and click on the Mastering Money Matters button in the navigation bar.
As soon as you start kind of adding them up, you're like, oh, you know, because I went into our mortgage application, I was like, my business has almost no overhead. I'm a website designer. And then I sort of sat down and I said, okay, well, it's not an overhead like I have a store,